Hi, this is Marina.
Hi, my name is Francine.
I'm the co-owner and founder of a real estate business.
I'm a owner of De Groene Zuster, a medical tomography company.
Aha.
Yeah.
And everybody's always asking us, how come that you women started a business? So we said, let's get the answers out in the world.
Yes. Because your way to start moving, or how did you get so far? Why did you start, or how did you start?
I started in real estate business because there was a problem in my family and I had some properties. And so in this case, this family member came to me and said, can you help me?
Okay.
Because, I was the one that should have known and I couldn't help. So, and I thought, what is this? This is such a problem for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I wanted to find out. So I started training and found a solution in England.
Oh, great. Yeah.
And then my trainers then asked me, will you start a business with us in the Netherlands? Because there's a huge market for this problem.
Yeah.
And that's how we started.
Yeah, but you're saying you really started it out because of an own experience.
Because of our pain. Yeah.
I think was a pain.
They say it's always pain or pleasure that keep you motivated to do something.
Yeah, I see.
It's the same with you, isn't
Absolutely. Yeah, my mother died in 2012 on the consequences of breast cancer.
Yeah.
And it was really a type of cancer which she would never have been sick of. And so when she died, I think I cried for 2 years.
Wow.
And I investigated a lot of things in breast cancer and breast examinations, the mammography, the tomography. And that's how I found tomography. So I thought, what I need to do? I had my practice, but working one-on-one, I would never be able to reach a lot of women, which I wanted. So then I thought, I need to go to Florida, have my own training, and I did. So I was there and I got my certification and my certificate. So I'm now a certified medical tomographer. And that's how I started. And because I want to reach out to a lot of women, I have this urge to move on.
Yeah, it's from the heart.
Yeah.
I think the training we did helped a lot for us to stand up and stand out.
Yes.
Because we met in a warrior training, a warrior camp. With
Enlightened warrior training camp.
Can't you see we're quite enlightened here? But I think it's probably one of the best trainings I've done. The whole Peak Potentials, the whole series with T. Harv Eker and John Lee, Vincent Wong. And
Yes.
Yeah, so what did it do for you?
Well, one of the most important things that for me was how you do anything is how you do everything. I did some business, but I was always small business. I was always working very, very much and earned very, very little. And it's not about the money. It's never about the money, But it's from an urge within. But then I saw, what am I doing? So I'm doing this. I'm doing everything this in this way. Yeah. So how you do anything is how you do everything. That was really a change of life. Wow. Yeah, it was really changing for me.
I think what I learned in Warrior Camp, because they put us in all kinds of situations where we didn't want to be in, and then we had to find a solution. And they drilled us for these, I'm a warrior, I never give up, I'm a warrior. And one of them is, I'm a warrior, my word is law. And that resonated immediately, because I thought, I'm raised to keep my promises to everybody, so I'm quite loyal. If I promise something, I'll do it, especially for the whole world, but not for myself. So like keeping a diet, or promise yourself you're going for a run, or promise yourself you won't do this or that, and then you don't keep your promise. And then saying that over and over again, I thought, wow, but this is why I don't get any bigger. So,
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So was the warrior camp in Malaysia the most important one of all of them?
I think it was the whole series, but I think warrior camp was so special and so out of your comfort zone. It was so different from anything else I'd done before. That was really
What amazed me on the warrior camp was we were in the jungle and it was slippery, and I was telling everyone, look out for those trees with all the needles,
Oh, yeah.
But when the going gets tough, the tough gets going, and I'm tough. So I was helping everyone, and then I grabbed in those trees. So my hands were full of needles. Yeah. And I did it for 3 times.
And you get a sort of...
So my learning in that day was that I'm tough, but I need to look after myself as well.
Yeah.
And I didn't do that.
I like that the steward and stewardess in the airplane that always goes, if you need the oxygen, you first put it on your own nose and then you help your children. But it's true.
It's so true.
Yeah. And I think in our society we have learned to always be there for everybody.
Yeah.
And not for yourself, not that much. So I really had to learn to stand up for myself. And
So why is it that you want to do this? Do you have a why?
Yeah, because when I saw I couldn't help my nephew in this case, I've spoken to so many families, and even recently somebody called me and he said, I only asked the bank for half a year rental permission, and the bank says no. And so he lost his income only for half a year, and the whole family is on the street, and I can't stand this system, and I can't stand it that that everybody's working in this system and nobody is helping. So I thought somebody has to stand up.
Yeah.
And thanks heaven I found my business partners who are really very strong-minded and very eager to stand up in this world. So whenever I want to give up, they kick me in the ass.
Yeah. And you know what I learned too in one of those trainings, if you say somebody needs to do something about it, you need to look at yourself. So who? Oh, me.
That's what they say. If you point one finger at the other, it's
seven pointing back, right? Yeah. Okay. So my why is really, I had such a lot of pain. You know, I was really having grief, and I thought if one woman was dying of breast cancer in Amsterdam, like my mother, how many women are there out there?
So many women.
Yeah, you know, and if one woman has breast cancer in the family, her partner has it, her children have it, because they go to school and say, oh, mommy has breast cancer. And you know, maybe she will lose her job because she's out of her job for at least a year.
Yeah.
So,
and I think the whole government thing is that we're all so afraid to get it because it's everywhere. It's even called a breast cancer plan. So
we should talk about the breast health plan.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what you do. I like that.
Yeah. Focus on breast health and educate women because they can do so many things to keep their breast healthy, and that's what we educate to from 30.
Yeah.
Don't wait until you're 50.
Oh boy.
Yep.
So you know what I find intriguing is that I always thought as soon as I find my passion, then my whole life will be smooth. But it wasn't.
It wasn't, eh?
No. I think the start.
You have some obstacles. Then the obstacles start to come.
Exactly. So did you have the same?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I did too. You know how I started this. I needed an investment for at least 25,000 euros for a camera, software. How do you start from scratch? So, we just started out with a borrowed camera, and that's how you start. And just do one practice, and then call a doctor, say, I'm doing this and that, can I be in your office? I say, of course you can. So now we're 2.5 years on the way.
You've got
20 practices all over the Netherlands and Belgium. Oh, I'm so happy with it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's funny because I think I've never had so much stress as last year because it seemed that everything I wanted really didn't work that well. And I'm used that my life's quite smooth. So, and that's what people say. In my network, they say you have to do the right things long enough consistently.
Oh, of course.
And that's I love that sentence because everybody starts doing it and then halfway they go like, but it's it's difficult.
It's so tough.
And, exactly. And then they stop. And it's like the gold digger.
Yeah. And you know what I had in the beginning? I had an extra job as a post office, as a post delivery.
Delivery.
Delivery, yeah.
Great.
And it was hard work, and it was 200 euros a month.
Wow.
But it kept me from that I couldn't pay my rent or whatever.
Exactly.
So you really need to
get started.
Face the obstacles.
It takes time and effort, and I think a lot of people just stop halfway. So So what do you like most about being a businesswoman?
What I like most is being out there, meeting lots and lots of different people. Every day I meet new people, and I love it. I love it. I love to be out there. And also seeing women relax, because a lot of women are afraid of breast cancer, and when they have had a consultant with me, you see them relieved. Oh my gosh, is that it? You know, so I can do something. And I thought, oh my God, this is another one. Thank you. Oh, I love that. I love that.
It's just, I think my clients kept me going because last year I thought, it is not going to work. I'm not going to do it. And then people started to call me and send me emails, and they're so happy. And
lovely.
there's a Turkish people we've helped, and every year I got an email. When are you coming this summer?
So you travel a lot, eh?
Yeah. And on the other hand, I love networking, so I love meetings and talking to people. So to find investors, I do the network.
They say your net worth is
your network.
Your
Your
network.
network is your net worth.
Oh, your network is your net worth. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so that's what I love. But I think the clients, they're the ones that keep you going. So it's
absolutely.
Somebody's really help. Really likes what you're doing.
I remember Arnie saying that it's never about the money. It is never ever about the money. Some people think that, but it's not.
No. I think it's the passion first, and the money comes. Always comes.
And you know, if you look at where you are, then you might say, "Oh, I have not enough money to pay my rent or do whatever I'd like to do." But then just close the gap between where you are and where you want to be. Yeah. And that's consistently going. What you said, you know.
A friend of mine last week said, "Spend less, earn more, and do both." So I started to spend less at last in my life. So what do you think is why are you successful? What do you think is that?
Consistency.
Consistency?
Absolutely, yeah. And have a good attitude. To everyone, always have a good attitude. And watch yourself, what you're thinking, because we have these voices in our head, you know, and we can entertain those voices and say, but I say, what thought is this? Is this mine?
Is it real?
Is it helping me? No. So, I choose to have different thoughts.
Yeah.
And that's what I do, even when I drive, because I'm a lot of on the road. And then you start to have these thoughts, you know. Oh, I have only 4 clients today and I'm driving all the way up north. What am I doing? You know, all these voices. But then I say, no, I don't need to think like this, because there's someone out there who really needs me, and maybe there's some other people.
And if you
who
only
can
have
help.
one person a day, isn't that fantastic?
Right. Yes, fantastic.
Yeah, it is.
So these voices.
Yeah. I like what it told us in the trainings. If you listen to the voice, just say, "Thank you, I hear you, but I'm still gonna do it the way I want it."
Yeah, and that's
because
courage.
what you resist persists.
Yeah.
So if you fight it too hard, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
I like
and you have this little voice mastery. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
From what's his name? Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot.
Joe Kehoe?
No, from Train the Trainer. It was from
Brian.
Train the Trainer. Little Voice Mastery. Look it up on the internet. Yeah. It's fantastic.
It is. Yeah.
Little Voice Mastery. Fantastic.
Yeah. I think for me it is also the learn before you earn, because I've done a lot of investments in my life before and they weren't all that good. So as soon as I started to understand what the real estate business is, now I can make the good deals. So and it saves so much time and so much pain and effort if somebody else is telling you how it works and how you can do it.
So what is the real reason of your success? Can you explain that?
I think the same, consistently, do it long enough, and learning well. Yeah. And I'm so happy. Always have a coach. Always. I strongly believe that a coach or a mentor is really helping you out.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So last year I had Harry Singer has been my coach, and he's
Harry Singer.
Yeah. He's doing youth leader boot camps, and he is amazing. If you have a son or daughter that's really like, he changes them overnight. It's fantastic. Yeah.
Couch potato.
So, exactly. Yeah. So he's been my coach since August last year. And of course, Vincent's been my mentor for a long time in the real estate. And that really helps. So having a coach or a mentor or a good business partner, but it's so nice to, you know, to share and to,
be able to, to spar. No, I don't know how to say it.
Have a brainstorm.
Have a brainstorm with like-minded people, and they will help you.
Whenever I'm in a dip, and then he goes, "Come on, we can do it." And so I love it. Yeah. And see like-minded people, as you say, because you're the average of the 5, is it? Yeah. 5 people you hang around with. So absolutely. That's another one.
Yeah, and I think so too. My mentor lives in Florida, and I love to be with her on Skype because it keeps me sharp.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and it keeps me
yeah.
focused. I know where to go, and